Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara. On this channel I talk about all things consuming your own makeup collection. Does that make sense? Like not giving into makeup consumerism, but actually being able to shop your own stash and get use out of what you already have. In that vein, today's video is the third video of the Pan Those Eyeshadows series. Now, I have been doing Project Pan videos for like a year and a half now, long time, but I decided a few months back, actually I guess it was like half a year back, to also try to do another rendition of this, which is Pan Those Eyeshadows, because I don't have that many eyeshadow palettes. I have 8. If you're interested in what they are, I will link my makeup inventory here, which I did just a couple weeks ago. But I'm not great at getting use out of my single eyeshadows. I don't have that many. I probably have like 10 to 15, but I find it a lot more difficult to like remember to actually use them because I only do that if they're actually in my makeup bag. And for a long time, I never included them in my makeup bag. So this project has been a way to get use out of them and actually, remind myself to use these things. So I have focused on 5 eyeshadows for each video, and between the first and the second, there wasn't a huge amount of difference. I think I changed out 2 or 3 eyeshadows, and I actually decluttered one, so it was very effective because I wouldn't have realized that I should declutter it unless I had it in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. But for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot of change between those first 2, and because I'm doing this every 2 months, not every other month. It's December now. The last one was in October. Before that, it was in August. That's a lot of time to spend with a couple of eyeshadows. It may not be as much to spend with like a whole eyeshadow palette. Let's say you have like an 18 pan eyeshadow palette and you have it for 2 months. I would get bored of that, but at least there's like 18 pans. But in this case, it's only 5 eyeshadows. So I don't think I did that well this time. And I think I should probably be, for the most part, switching out all 5 shadows every single time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna neglect them, because I was pretty good on my last check-in about using everything, trying all of these different combinations and looks with them, and I really did not get that creative this month. I don't even know if I have any pictures that I can insert here. If I do, then I will for sure do so, but I'm not sure if I do. So all that to say, yeah, I think I'll be switching things up a little bit. But let's start by talking about the eyeshadows. So we've got these 2 ColourPop ones. This is in Cuteologist and this is in Paradox. So both of these I've had to do some kind of moderation to. This hit hard pan, so I had to scrape off the top. I don't know if you can tell, but the top still looks really dirty. Like I don't know why, and it still feels kind of like hard pan. I haven't even had these that long. These are some of the most recent additions to my collection. That's not saying much because I've been on a no/low buy for the past 3 years, but I think I got these 2 years ago. So the fact that they've only lasted for 2 years, I'm not very happy about that, but obviously I have gotten a lot of use out of them. And then this one I also had to repress because it had entirely crumbled, and now it's like hard pan has been hit in the middle, but let me show you. It's like barely anything showing up, but if I rub my brush around in the outskirts of the product, then more comes on. Can you see that? So kind of a weird situation here. I like both of the colors, but I'm not too happy with the formula and how these have aged. So just a tip there. The next product is the Tarte Speak Easy eyeshadow. It's kind of tricky because it's almost like a little bit too dark as an eyeshadow for me. I don't like using super dark eyeshadows. So where I've used it, I've had to be very intentional and just pat on a tiny bit or use it as eyeliner, which is what I have done today. If you can tell, I really do like it as eyeliner, but I don't know. I wish that I could use this as all over eyeshadow, and it's just a bit too dark for that for me personally. But I think it's a beautiful color and it's a good formula for sure. I'm going real fast. This next one is probably one of my, if not my most used single eyeshadow. This is a NYX one that has no name for whatever reason. Very, very pretty. It's a rose gold color. I really like the shimmer in that, and I find it to be very versatile. This can kind of go with browns, with pinks, sometimes even with oranges, with golds, of course. So I can pair this with all sorts of other eyeshadow looks, and I have done, so I really enjoy this one. And then we've got this one from Wet n Wild. This is just a single gold color. So it's pretty dispersed. It's not like solid gold, but you can see that it's really nice. I use this a lot on the inner corner. I've actually used this as highlight, like just a little bit along my cheekbones and my collarbone, just for one occasion. I had a Tiger King party and I was dressed as Carol Baskin. I'll insert a picture here. I was actually quite happy with my look. So yeah, I think this is fine in my makeup bag for like certain occasions or even the next little while for like holiday parties and whatnot. I actually have a holiday party later today that I'm very excited for. It's the only one that I have so far. No, I might have one more. But for those sorts of occasions, like this kind of shimmery gold is perfect. And in my most recent video, it was a empty/declutter video. I actually decided to declutter an item that was just like this, but this was better. So I decided I didn't need both. That one was kind of dried up. So I am happy that I have this, and I don't think that I would have discovered that if not for this project, because I really was never reaching for it before this. Despite, you know, liking all of those products, I have decided that this month I'm going to start fresh and actually start with 5 different eyeshadows. And I wasn't sure about this at first, but even if they're not in my Pan Those Eyeshadows, I can still reach for them, right? Like there's nothing preventing me from using it for a holiday party or a regular day if I want to. It's just that I will have other products to focus on. Because I used this Tarte one today, I'm like, this is great as eyeliner. I don't want to not reach for it, but I can still reach for it. So I need to like stop thinking that way. Also, I had mentioned last time that I would be starting a little notebook and tracking how frequently I'm using each of these. I did not stick to that at all, as I predicted. I just can't be bothered. Like after I do my makeup, I'm done. I'm not going to be able to remember to like go to my drawer, take out a little notepad and like think about what I used that day every single day. I just can't be bothered. But nonetheless, I will tell you what is ticked off. So the Tarte one I used 5 times, the Wet n Wild twice, the NYX one 4 times, the ColourPop red one once, and the ColourPop purple 4 times. I don't think that's at all accurate, but at least we can somewhat tell what I was tending to reach for. I do think that I probably used the NYX one far more than the Tarte one, but you know, I didn't remember to write it down. So there's the data, if that helps you. Moving on to this month's focus eyeshadows. If you watched my makeup inventory, this was actually a 2-parter, you will have seen me talk about some single eyeshadows that I never reach for. So I figured I should reach for them in this project. That's the best way to encourage myself to use them. So first we have this Revlon Color Stay Cream eyeshadow. I have a bunch of these, but this is the only one that I have opened. It's a really nice color. I don't quite remember why I don't like it, but I do have something that's kind of similar. I have this Fenty highlight that I use as eyeshadow. That's actually what I'm wearing right now in the inner corner, and I think it's just better than this. It's that one there. So if I was deciding between the two, I would go with the Fenty one, as I did today. But I should compare them. Maybe I'll do like one on one eye, one on the other, and see how it goes, because it is a really nice color. Oh, Coco, hi, hi. How was your walk? Hi. Not my dog. Just taking care of it. Okay, next I have this e.l.f. eyeshadow. This is, I'm not gonna be able to show you because it's all gonna spill out, but it's a really pretty color. It is golden. I don't reach for this too much, I think, because it's so cool toned. I probably have only used it a handful of times, so I'll have to use it some more and see how I like it. I have used up an entire e.l.f. single eyeshadow before, so I don't mind the formula, but yeah, I definitely need to get to know that product better. The third one, this is from Pixi. It is the Fairy Light Solo number 12 Gilded Olive. Really pretty color, but just dark. I don't wear dark eyeshadows, and this is very dark. It's got a bit of a shimmer in there, but it's basically black. So I think I would probably only be wearing this as eyeliner, and I don't like to use non-eyeliners as eyeliner. So I'll have to get creative with that, or you'll just see some very dark eye looks over the next little while. Who knows? We will see. And then the last two, these are the same, just as the ColourPop ones were the same. These are from Topshop, and I probably just got them on a whim because they were on sale in the colors Blackboard and Dirty Martini. So we have some really dark colors in this month's Pan Those Eyeshadows. So one is completely black, the other has some olive tones in it and a bit of shimmer. Let's get you a swatch. Ooh. I don't know how I'm going to use that. I have been saying that I want to try out green eyeshadows, but I don't know if that's the way to start. So yeah, you can see through these 3 last ones that they're all quite dark. So I'm going to be having some dark looks this month, or just using them for eyeliner. We will see. Oh, really nice snaps on all those. That does matter. I don't have a crease shade, so I obviously have palettes that I still use on the daily, so I'll have to use those for crease shades, but these are like either eyeliners or like outer third or inner corner. So we will see how this goes. I'm definitely interested to see what kind of looks I come up with, and you can be sure that next time I will have lots of pictures to insert in the video. I don't tend to take pictures of looks that I don't like, but I kind of predict that I will have some looks that I don't like. I just don't like dark eyeshadow. That's the issue here. But at least, hopefully, I will have decided to declutter some of these, or will have come up with alternate ways to use them, because that's what I've really found Pan Those Eyeshadows videos to be useful for, just instructing me as to products that I don't like or don't use anymore and why that is. Honestly, I should probably be doing that with my eyeliners, because again, if you watch my inventory, you saw that my eyeliner category is a disaster. There's just a lot of unusable products in there. Coco. How disrespectful. Yeah, or lipsticks, honestly. I have way too many lipsticks. Maybe I should do a Pan Those lipsticks at some point, but I'm actually pretty good at panning lipsticks. Okay, I'm just rambling on here, so I will wrap it up. Let me know what you thought of this video. I actually feel like it's a bit early because the previous colors are kind of like fall-y holiday, and these other ones are like kind of darker, so maybe they'd be more appropriate after New Year's, but I do this video every 2 months. I alternate Project Pan at the beginning of 1 month, and at the beginning of the next month I do Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I just rotate like that for variety. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. It is December 18th when this video will go up, so whatever you're celebrating, I hope you have a lovely time, or you had a lovely time. I hope you had some time off. Okay, last part of the video, what I have been reading lately. So this is another audiobook, and it's something that I actually have read before, but it's a little different. It is the first Harry Potter book in French. I will pop up a little picture here. I have a long and strong relationship with Harry Potter. I don't think it's like ever come up in a video. I mean, you've probably seen that my makeup bag is like Hogwarts. I have a lot of Harry Potter clothing. It's just like a big part of my life, and I've lately been feeling like I'm missing it. Maybe part of that was because I distanced myself from it because of the J.K. Rowling stuff, but I was kind of feeling like, oh, maybe it's time to read the books again. Like, it's been a long time since I've read all of the books, although I probably read the first one the most number of times, just because like it's the shortest and it's at the very beginning. And I have actually read it in French before. I am bilingual, but I haven't used French in a long time. I can still understand it, but I don't know if I would be that great at speaking it. So I decided to read it again in French just to see how it goes, and I'm listening to the audiobook. It's great. Like, I'm having a great time. I'm definitely not picking up on everything, but I would say like 85 to 90% I can understand. Part of that is because I know the story so well that like I can anticipate what is going to be said, even down to like the exact word choice used in English. So even if like I don't understand that particular French expression, because I know the English translation, it works out really well. So anyways, if you are bilingual, I would highly recommend listening or reading to a book that you know like really well in your first language, and then listen to the translation, or even same with movies, because it's just great like experiencing the book again and feeling like I'm kind of practicing my French, you know. So yeah, but anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys!